Hi, and thanks for joining us for another video on surface observations. Specifically, we're pounding through METARs right now, and we're looking at remarks. And this is the second video on remarks. We're going to go through additive and automated maintenance data. So these remarks are basically about the automated weather observing machine, and also they provide additional information about things that are in the METAR. So with automated language data, you only find this at automated stations that have either an AWAS or ASOS machine. One thing you'll find is sensor status, in other words, what's broken and what's not. They only put things that are broken in the remarks section. So for example, PWINO means that the weather sensor that detects whether it's snowing or raining is broken. If you see FZRA, it means the sensor that detects freezing rain is broken. PNO is the precipitation sensor. In other words, how much rain fell, the rain gauge basically. There are other things such as a thunderstorm sensor may be broken, or the visibility or the ceiling sensors may be broken also. And in general, if there's a problem with the station, there will be a $sign at the end of the METAR. The $sign indicates that the people that review all of the METARs every hour will get a warning, and it'll pop up and it'll tell them that there's a problem with the station and they need to go in there and look at it. Sometimes what they can do is just dial in and make a software fix. Other times they have to call up the National Weather Service and have somebody go out and replace a sensor. Now the additive data is extra information about weather things that meteorologists need. For example, one of them is the hourly precipitation. Actually, this is very helpful for pilots, because at stations that are AO1s, stations that do not have precipitation discrimination, you don't know if it is precipitating or not at the station. The only way that you can tell is at the end of the METAR. If you see a P group, it tells you in the last hour there was precipitation. So you may not see rain, snow, or anything reported as weather, but you can tell by looking at the end if there was precipitation or not in the last hour. So that's all you need to know for the P group. It's the hourly precipitation, how much precipitation fell in the last hour. It's at automated stations, and it's reported in tens, units, tenths, and hundredths of an inch of precipitation. So if you see P0003, that means 3/100ths of an inch of precipitation fell. Also, if you see 0000, it tells you that a trace of precipitation fell. The next group is the hourly temperature and dew point group, and this gives you the temperature and the dew point to the nearest tenth of a degree Celsius. Since Celsius is not, the increments in Celsius are less than what they are for Fahrenheit, this gives you a little bit more accurate representation of the temperature. So it always starts out with a T, and the first four numbers are the temperature group, and the next four numbers are the dew point. The very first number of that group, if it is a 0, it means that the temperature or the dew point is greater than 0 degrees Celsius. Since they can't put minus signs in, they use a 1 to tell you that it is a negative temperature. So in this example, the temperature would be 3.3, and since there's a 1, it's minus or negative 3.3, and the dew point is negative 4.4, as indicated by the T group. There are a whole bunch of other different types of additive data that meteorologists know how to decode. Pilots don't necessarily need to know how to decode the additive data. But there's additive data on the 3 and 6 hour precipitation, that's the 6 group, 24-hour precipitation, which is the 7 group, depth of snow on the ground, which is the 4 group, water equivalence of snow on the ground, which is 933, and cloud types. There are also groups for the duration of sunshine, the 6-hour max and minimum temperatures, the 24-hour max and minimum temperatures, and how much the pressure changed in the last 3 hours. Those are really not needed for aviation purposes, but they are very helpful for meteorologists. So that ends the second video on remarks for METARs.